Hoodie guy coming back here with another Caspa video. Well, you can see number 42 coin market cap, hash rate 773. That's been bouncing around, but kind of hanging out in the 7-800s. I don't know. I've seen people speculate like maybe some mining operations in Iran went down or whatever. Bitcoin hash rate went down too. Also, you have like tactical investing. He's actually made lots of Caspa videos. He lost his YouTube channel. I don't know why. I don't think it was warranted. You also have BTC Sessions. Their channel has been banned. Mine's been demonetized. That happened like last week, I think. So yeah, there's no ad revenue coming in there. I saw that Crypto Connor, I think, Crypto Connor. I think his channel got demonetized. So it's interesting that there seems like a lot of YouTube bans and demonetization in some of the crypto space. Cassia, they're chugging along. It's still just a beta. What really needs to hit mobile app, but you got currency. And also, I didn't pull up the X page, but the Caspian wallet's going to be making an upgrade, and then they might be trying to work on integrating so that people can use Cassia there. They might not do a direct integration. I forgot to bring that X page up. Currency got it where they're looking where you're going to be able to do more on the mobile experience. Trade CAS on mobile soon. So with Kaspa.com on currency. So lots of big stuff going on there. This post by Zach O'Reilly. It's kind of getting into the market domination part of the video. To all the people that think Caspa can only hit 50 cents to one cycle, you're an idiot. Like selling Bitcoin for 1,000. I think I guess it's the thing is, I think when you're thinking about prices, you never want to be rigid. Like maybe you think that 150 cents to $1 is the most likely scenario, but to think that it can't go higher than that's not rational. Basically, the probability of so many different things are on the table with the most, 50 cents to 250 is most likely where Caspa will end up somewhere in that range. Below that, there could be something where we've hit a double top. I don't think so, but the probability of that happening isn't zero. Just like it running up to $5 or more, the probability of that's not zero. I think the higher you get, the less probable. So, his post here, you can see he's given all the different market caps at what different price Caspa is. And it's a good idea if you think give you an idea where it may or may end up. At the end of the day, you're going to have to just feel like what you're going to just, if you plan on selling, taking profit, then you can only really take what the market gives you. And so you have to have flexibility, and that the probabilities of some of this happening are small, but still there's a chance, there could be a smaller chance the larger you get. And, he's comparing some of the old crypto market caps and the market dominance, like Ethereum 25% when it was 132 billion. ADA last cycle got up to like 4%. Caspa is not, doesn't have that high of a market dominance right now, 0.06. So its market dominance hasn't been real great the last year. It's been a downtrend. So in the end of the day, you're going to need some narratives and bigger people with larger X accounts and bigger crypto YouTubers jumping on, and the narratives of, the decentralized proof of work, 10 blocks per second, smart contracts, L2s, things like that catching on. I think mobile could be big on that if you get some mobile apps that people can use. But yeah, let me know what market dominance you think. Right now, it doesn't feel like it's going to hit 4% market dominance, and that's just my opinion. But it's a possibility, and I'm not ruling it out. And that's why if I dollar cost average out, I leave room for all different possibilities to happen. And that's just the way I'm playing it. Because I think I've seen people say that they think $5 or $10 are guaranteed, and nothing's guaranteed up or downside. And at some point, I don't think Caspa is going to hit, it's not going to hit $2 quadrillion. So that's pretty much unrealistic. So you can go and figure out what price or market dominance you think is realistic. And it's possible that it exceeds your realistic, and it's possible it underperforms it, which is kind of a generic thing, but it's basically the reality of it. Doing live streams now, Mr. Miles. Yeah, it's just a little bit easier with no Sparkle, Igra, Casplex. Well, I don't think Sparkle doesn't seem like Sparkles is. I mean, I haven't been out of the loop, but it feels like Casplex. You know, they got with the Zealous swap and Class Pack. Casplex is pretty far advanced. I think Igra is pretty. I think Casplex will be first to the market. Yo, it was 700K market cap yesterday. Now 4.5 million. Never seen something move so fast. Not sure what that was. Archetype is the dev. Grazi, how do you know? Oh, some people saying it's a scam. But I think Casplex might be the first, or Eager. I don't think Sparkle. Seems like they might be third in line. But you know what's interesting too is these guys that have a retirement channel. I've watched this Dwayne guy on the right a couple times, and these guys are talking about crypto at the beginning of their video, and they're like, it's not, you know, and he doesn't like gold either. They're basically like Warren Buffett, and it's just interesting because it realizes how early it is. Because, I mean, are they aware of the inflation that's going on? That this is the chart of the U.S. national debt, you know, over the course all the way back to 1790, which, you know, most people don't find this as fascinating as me, but you know, it's not even all the way up to date because this is just September of 2024, but the dollar's been devalued crazier than ever. And long-term bonds, a lot of people aren't piling into bonds. So those people that put a big portion of their retirement in bonds, and when you have inflation, you know, and they're going to have to print more money to fund the government, you know, it's, you know, and I can see like if we're all pretty much most of the people watching this video are all in on crypto, but some of these people to think that they can't even put 1 to 5% in crypto because it's too risky is kind of insane, in my opinion. If you're looking at the devaluation of the currency, how Japan and China are cut, you know, they're decreasing the amount of bonds they have. And a lot of people are looking and thinking like, yeah, why do I want to buy a 10, 20, 30-year bond? You know, I can do better with my money somewhere else. That maybe is not the best place to park it. So that's pretty much all I got. You know, right now, just basically following market conditions. In order to increase the market dominance, we just need to get some narratives to catch fire. And right now, that's not the way it's chugging. But maybe with the L2s and some smart contracts, maybe some KRC20s or things like Zealous Swap really catching fire, and some of that trading. And I think we're getting into the business end of this market. Now I've seen people that predicting that we could have an early cycle top, and some people still thinking where it could be the October, November, December. And then Bob Lucas had a video today saying that he thinks it's not going to be a super cycle, but it's going to be, could potentially stretch into early next year. And we just have a smaller bear market with a smaller drawdown, which he doesn't say is a super cycle, but that's a possibility. And that's why as an investor, you're just basically, if you're holding long term, then you're just watching numbers go up and down. If you're planning on taking profit, then you're just kind of gauging the market best you can. And you know, there's some cool stuff. I think Cassia is heading in the right direction, and things like currency. And if Caspian, you know, and you can get these mobile apps, maybe the Castle Wallet mobile app, if they can upgrade and get something where you can basically do everything. You should be able to buy, sell, trade NFTs, mint them, do everything on mobile. And that's going to be huge because pretty much we're in a mobile first world. So it's nice to see that things are going that direction. Thanks, Burke, for tuning in. We had a chat here. He was an early person into Cassia, sending JPEGs, pictures, MP3s, everything. OWT, thanks for tuning in. But yep, I just say have a good day. Thanks for tuning in. Quick video, and yeah, it's interesting. I don't know if there's like YouTube's really trying to crack down on you know, crypto YouTube. You know, I know my channel and a couple other ones have been demonetized. Tactical investing BTC sessions or a couple recently that have been banned. And yeah, just keep riding the wave. Let the devs dev and let the bear market unfold. It's basically like football, American football. Sometimes the running backs just have to let the offensive lineman block and just follow the holes that are there. And that's all I got for today. Thanks for watching and have a good day.